As a part of the recent Minecraft Bedrock Edition update 1.18.30, Mojang did tease some very interesting upcoming updates, which we're going to be talking about in this video. With that being said, drop this video a like to help get it out there to more and more people, potentially even someone over at Mojang, and with that being said, let's dive right into it. So everyone, as I said at the start of the video, as a part of the latest Minecraft Bedrock Edition update 1.18.30, in the changelog for that, hidden down there near the bottom, we did get some very interesting information teasing some upcoming features coming to Bedrock Edition. There's got to be a lot of information I explained before that though, so just a bit of context. This was the latest Bedrock update, and let's read the changelog real quick. It does in fact say Minecraft Bedrock Edition update. What's this? Bedrock Edition is looking so sparkly all of a sudden, really shiny, not new but definitely improved, almost like it's gotten a makeover, an update. Can it be true? It can. The only untruth around here is that I wasn't able to count all the bug fixes. I can count that high, I simply choose not to. And in the highlights below we did hear this saying an added create new world experience will gradually be rolled out to players starting today. Worlds can now be created with 64-bit seeds, many changes to improve damage and hunger calculations, new experimental features to try like the deep dark and warden, and too many bug fixes and quality of life improvements to the list. That's like the rough bit of information there, but below that, as I mentioned earlier, towards the bottom of the changelog, we did get something very interesting surrounding Render Dragon, not Ender Dragon, Render Dragon. Just for a bit of context, this is actually some kind of engine that Minecraft uses on Bedrock Edition. Just in case you do not know, Render Dragon is kind of a graphical thing for Minecraft where it adds a bunch of performance changes and lighting changes, and it does benefit the game and the look of it overall, so it seems like a good thing. But I've saw in the community that some people really do not like Render Dragon and some changes it does. For example, this is actually being rolled out currently to older Pocket Edition versions, and because of that, shaders and other things may no longer work, which is definitely a big downside. But this was in the official changelog. It says Render Dragon, the new Minecraft Bedrock rendering engine. Render Dragon is now live on Android, iOS, Switch and Windows 10 UWP 86 builds. Consolidating onto our new graphics engine will allow us to continue investing in future performance and stability improvements, as well as exciting new features for Minecraft. This technical update shouldn't impact gameplay or experience, but if you run into any new issues, please file feedback so the team can investigate. And little did they know that there has been a ton of issues with this Bedrock Edition update from what I've been able to see at least. So I'm not going to go too in depth as to what Render Dragon is. There's plenty of information out there. It's definitely pretty complicated for someone like me at least, but there is something very interesting we need to focus on, and it's where it actually says consolidating, which basically means moving everything into one onto our new graphics engine will allow us to continue investing in future performance and stability improvements, as well as exciting new features for Minecraft. We're not exactly sure what Mojang meant by this, as it was very vague, but it's been kind of taken by the community that this is them teasing the return of ray tracing, or maybe something like the super duper graphics pack, because what they basically said there is they want to move every part of Bedrock Edition onto Render Dragon. By doing this, it will be a lot easier for Mojang to work on something like this, because they know that every version they are working on does use Render Dragon, which is obviously a lot easier for the developers and the team and everyone in general. With all the performance upgrades and lighting upgrades aside, we need to focus on ray tracing and what else this could mean, because recently, just in case you missed my video about it, code for RTX on Xbox was found in the preview for a recent Bedrock Edition update, so this got many people thinking that Mojang has not in fact abandoned it, but they're still working on it pretty closely behind the scenes, which is interesting. So with this knowledge of the Render Dragon update for other parts of Bedrock, and also knowing that the team is still working on RTX behind the scenes, many people do strongly believe that RTX is not too far away for Minecraft. As we know though, unfortunately, RTX would only be available on the newer Windows devices. Obviously Windows 10 edition, of course. Java edition also has it, I believe, with some very complicated add-ons and mods, but they could also bring it over to Bedrock, at least on the newer consoles, the Xbox Series X and S, I believe, along with the PlayStation 5. Unfortunately, there would be no way for them to introduce RTX onto the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which many players do use along with mobile devices. So maybe Mojang have something up their sleeve where it's like a super duper graphics pack 2.0, where it will work across every device and every platform, which would pretty much just be shaders, which is possible on most devices. But then Mojang could also add like different graphics options and upgrades for those players that want to go above and beyond with new hardware. This is definitely just speculating right now, but after just seeing all the moves Mojang are making right now with Render Dragon and them consolidating, as I said earlier, into Render Dragon and the work they're still doing with RTX, it does definitely paint a good picture. But then we also have the information we got straight on the official Minecraft Twitter account saying Mojang have no plans to bring it to the game in the near future, or at least the Bedrock edition in the near future. So at the moment people are quite conflicted about what's happening, what Mojang are thinking and what they're actually working on, and I've saw quite a few people actually upset about Render Dragon and wanting to move away from Render Dragon. So I understand that, it definitely makes sense. As I said many times here on the channel, I'm not a Bedrock player, although I do play it every now and again. I mainly focus on Java right now, so if you have any more information about this, I would love it if you could educate me and everyone else in the comments that does not know about it. If you have any information or any technical news about this, if you could put it down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to drop hearts on them and make sure everyone sees them, because obviously it's very important, and I want to make sure that everyone knows about this and does get a good idea of what's going on. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this one. I just thought it was very interesting. This will happen every now and again on the channel. When I find some interesting news from the Bedrock side, will just share it and see what you guys think about it. But as I said, do not take my word on any of this, because it could all be a bit off, because as I said, I'm not really up to date with Render Dragon and what's going on the Bedrock side. Thanks for watching everyone, it's been me, ItzJhief. Have an amazing day and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.